how to create brand deals for yourself and step-by-step how I do it. First of all, why should you listen to me and why should you even watch this video? I have worked with brands like Sony and Google and CapCut and Canva, Adobe, and in this quarter alone, Q4 of 2024, I will be making close to 6 figures working with brands exactly like those. And you're going to see me post those on my Instagram. Some of them I've already posted, and some of them you will see me over the next couple of months. This is exactly how I have gone about going and getting all those brand deals and how you guys can too. I'm going to walk through step by step all the things that you guys need to know and nothing that you don't. Let's get into it. First of all, own your lane in your community. You need to be a leader. You need to know exactly what you stand for and why other people should follow you. Obviously, it goes without saying, brand deals come when you have an audience. That doesn't need to be an insane audience. Just so you know, for clarification, if you don't know who I am, my audience on Instagram is a little bit over 100,000. On TikTok, I have a little bit over 300,000. On YouTube, super small. On LinkedIn, I'm pretty big. I have about 25,000 on LinkedIn, but I haven't been monetizing LinkedIn too much. And those are the 3 platforms on my personal brand that I'm really spending that much time on. But to say that, you can start getting brand deals very small. I actually think that if you are a leader in your category, whatever niche that is, whatever thought process that is, that you want to be like, I am a leader. People can come to me for my knowledge and for my experience and for the way that I look at certain things. That is worthwhile to brands. So first thing is own your lane. Know what you stand for. Know what people are going to get when they come to your page, because that gets them to follow more. Have some sort of originality. Like, it doesn't need to necessarily be like visually, you got to have this really unique branding. It could still be kind of stock of what the platform is, but like there needs to be something original. The way that I like to put it is, how are people describing you in their friend group, in their group chats, in person, when they go, oh, do you follow the person that does blah, 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 blah? You need to be able to be describable. So for me, I'm like, I want people to be like, do you follow JT? He gives a ton of advice of creators and businesses of how they can be better with content and how they can build their business around content. And like, he's a really good person to go to for content, creator tips, and business tips. That's what I want people to say. I want people sending my stuff in their company group chat. I want creators looking at my stuff and being like, you helped me a lot with my business. So I know exactly where I'm sitting in the world, in my niche, in my category. That's the first thing. Do things for free. I'm going to give you 2 different examples. First example, I get this email from a PR company and they go, hey JT, we want to invite you to this camp in the summer. It's for Sony. It's this camera camp. We want to invite you. It's going to be this experience. Do you have any interest in coming? And just to be completely transparent with you, if somebody invites me to something where I am going to be speaking, where I'm going to be posting content, where I'm going to be doing something that I am showcasing my audience, I usually am getting offered it to be something that is paid. That is not even in an ego way. That is just something that is happening where I'm at the point in my career where typically if somebody's reaching out for me to be part of something, it is some sort of collaboration that is paid. But I get this email from this PR firm. They say, hey, do you want to come to this camp? It's not paid, and it takes place over a week's time. But you get to come, and it's for this brand Sony. So I sit on it. And I'm like, okay, do I want to go? Maybe, no, maybe it's not paid, whatever. I end up saying yes. And I go to this camp. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go in with an open mind. It's an awesome brand that I'm really excited to potentially work with in the future. And I use all Sony equipment and I'm an advocate of the brand. And so maybe, you know what? I will go and I'll just check it out. I go there with an open mind and I meet the team. They're all incredible people. The company's awesome. I meet awesome creators there. I have a fantastic time. And at the end of it, the same people from that PR firm come up to me and say, hey, actually, it's been great meeting you. We've loved working with you. Well, you've been here. Now we have a relationship. We have this campaign that is paid that we would love to talk to you about working together on. This would not have happened if I did not do this for free. They asked me if I want to do this campaign that is paid. And not only do they ask me that, but they're like, also, we have an opening for this commercial that we're shooting, and it shoots next week. And we're looking for somebody to be talent that understands how to live stream with our products, that is a business creator, and you're the perfect makeup for this candidate. Do you want to actually be in a Sony commercial? So if I hadn't have done this for free and gone with just an open mind, none of that would have happened. I ended up being in a Sony commercial. the shoot that I was in, all of the content that I'm in is about to be in Best Buy in the next little bit. You guys got to go. I would love for you guys to let me know when you see me in Best Buy, because that's going to be something really cool. That never would have happened if I didn't do this for free. So keep an open mind, do things for free. They ended up paying me $15,000 for that campaign. And not only that, but now it's in Best Buy. I got free product. I have a relationship with Sony, and I'm really excited to work with Sony in the future. And it all came from that being completely free. That's the first example. Second example is the collaboration that I ended up doing with WeWork. So 3 years ago, somebody told me to come and work from their office. You want to just come work from the day? I used to work at coffee shops. I still do go to coffee shops. I love coffee shops too. But they're like, yo, come and work from my office for the day. So I go in, I sit with them. They greet me at the front door. It's a WeWork. And they walk me in, and I'm like, yo, this place is kind of cool. It's like a coffee shop with better Wi-Fi. Everybody here is doing business. They have these all over the place that you can go to, and it's just like a cool kind of format. So I started going in and sitting with him and working from his place. And then I posted on my Instagram story like, yo, I'm working at WeWork today with my buddy Dan. Anybody else work from WeWorks? And then I realized, oh, there's more of my friends that work from WeWork. So maybe I'll pop over to their WeWorks and they'll allow me to be a guest from theirs. So I go to their WeWork, and I started working from WeWork with just friends of mine for about 2 or 3 months. And then I started posting it to my Instagram story every time I was going in. And I would say on my Instagram story, yo, I love coming to WeWorks. WeWorks are really cool. People are sleeping on WeWorks. Go to a WeWork. If you have a friend that works from them, go in as a guest. It's actually a really cool experience. You can work from them. I'm meeting cool people here. It's very entrepreneurial. They have these in different cities. I do this for a couple of months. And after about the 3rd month of me posting completely for free on my Instagram story, hyping up WeWork, I get a DM from somebody that says, hey, just want to let you know, one of my close friends works at WeWork. They're trying to dabble into influencers. I would love to connect you two. I'm like, fuck yeah. Please put me in touch with them. I would be stoked to do that. They put me in an email. I get on a call with them. In the call, they're like, hey, we've seen some of your content. We would love to talk to you about like what you're interested in at WeWork. Do you have any interest in collaborating with us? I hang up from that. I go and post another story. I post an actual feed post about WeWork and telling people this is where I work from. I'm enjoying WeWork, so I go as a guest. And in the next week, I get an email from the CMO of fucking WeWork saying, hey, we've seen your TikToks. We send them in our all hands meeting of our company, which is like 1,000 employees or something ridiculous. We send them in our all hands. Our CEO knows who you are. I'm the CMO. I would love to have you into the corporate offices in New York the next time you're in New York to meet our company, meet our executive team, and talk about doing a formal partnership. I go in there. I sit down. I meet with their COO, their CMO, executive team, and they tell me we want to do a formal partnership with you. And that partnership was a 6-figure contract, ended up being over $100,000 that I did with WeWork in 1 year, working with them, posting content for them, being an advocate for the brand, and it all started for me doing it completely free. And I fucking love WeWork. I still think the WeWorks are incredible. I still post them. That collaboration is still going on. And that only happened because I started doing things for free, which the point I'm trying to get across from all of this is please do things for free because you care about them, because it's authentic, because they matter to you, and because you think your audience will enjoy them, and money will come when you do things for free and you do them with good intentions. Let's continue on. Make a list of the products that you actually use. In terms of brand deals, what I do is I make this huge list. I literally go around, you guys see in my office right here, different products that I use, different things that I use, phone cases. I'm on a Stream Deck right now. I am constantly looking at what are the organic products that I use in my day-to-day life. I'm listing them out and I'm thinking about, okay, what fits into my content? What do I actually care about and want to share with my audience that I think that they would have an interest in purchasing, which means it's going to be good for the brand. So I have this running list. In that running list, I'm always thinking about how am I able to get in touch with these brands and tell them that I can bring them value. So within that list, like I had Sony in there. I have Elgato in there. Right now I'm not working with Elgato, but if you see me start talking about Stream Deck more, it's because I actually use this thing. And now if I ever run into somebody or if I start talking about this more, I know that I want to work with them. I'm going to try and get in touch with them. And hopefully at some point I can pitch them on something that I'm really enjoying. So make yourself a list. And the way that I get in contact with people is first and foremost, if you are a leader in your industry, if you have an audience, and if you have good engagement, when you message brands, typically your message gets popped up somewhere in their inbox. Even if it's the extra request folder, if they have a social media manager that is caring about social, they will be checking that request folder and they will come across your DM. So first and foremost, the place I go to is DM. Second place that I go to is LinkedIn. I'll search the company name. I'll go into who's working for the brand, and I'll try and send a LinkedIn message to somebody that works either on influencer, on social, on marketing, or on partnerships. And I'll send a message to them on LinkedIn and just say, very simple and to the point, yo, I have a really engaged audience of business and creator people. Would love to talk about your product. I use your Stream Deck every day. Think it fits very easily into my content. I've worked with Sony before, CapCut before, Canva before, Google before, and think it would be an easy collaboration. Let me know if you have interest. Would love to hop on a call. Very simple, very to the point. Not a full thing, not a long paragraph. Simple and to the point, because I know that people are busy and they just want to hear how you're going to help them. And if they're interested, they want to read the Cliff Notes and just get on the call. Now, let me talk about even more about pitching. Once you actually have the contact information from somebody, or you have a relationship with a brand that's beyond a cold DM, and now you're like in email with them, the way that I think that is really slept on, that I just did recently that worked super well, that I'm going to continue doing, that I think you guys should do, is I try to think about like, okay, the brand on the other side of the screen does not have a ton of time. They're skimming through things. They're getting overloaded in their inbox. How do I make this the most time efficient, the most appealing, and like really share my idea with them in the easiest way possible? So I've started doing this where I actually send a Loom. And I want to tell you about the partnership I just launched with Notion a couple months ago. This is a $25,000 partnership for me that only happened from me cold outreaching to them on pitching them this idea by sending them a thing called a Loom. If you don't know what Loom is, it's basically a screen recording that you can talk about whatever's on your screen and walk the company or walk whoever you're going to send it to through what you're offering. So I made a Loom. I made a Notion page. That's literally the title of the Notion page is Collab Life JTX Notion. So I'm literally on Loom saying, yo, here's the video that I did for Sony. This video got 333 comments. 291 people have saved it, and this was posted about a week ago, so I do expect that to increase. I'm using this integration with ManyChat, and I explained what ManyChat is on there. I would love to do this with you guys too. I really think that if I do this with Notion, and I'm telling people to comment Notion, it'll drive that for them to actually go and look into Notion rather than just awareness. And I also explained, like, I'm open to doing something on LinkedIn too. Like, my LinkedIn's popping right now. If you want me to incorporate LinkedIn, I can do that too. And I just like walk through this whole thing. This, again, they did not approach me for this. They did not tell me that they wanted to do a collab. They watched this video. They emailed me back and they said, hey, yeah, really interested. Tell me what the rate is for this. And I said, my rate is $10,000 for an Instagram or a TikTok post. If you guys want to do something more bulk where it's a couple different pieces, or if it's more platforms, I can discount that. And it ended up being, she came back to me saying, this looks good to me. Can we lock this in at $25,000 for the full package? I said, yes. So that is how that happened, by me going an extra step and actually putting this whole thing together, because I'm thinking about, they got so much stuff on their mind. Like, I got to make this really clear. And in the 3 minutes that they have with me, I want to articulate how I can help them and really what they're going to get out of this. So the way that you actually pitch a brand is by understanding why it would help them. Who is their audience? Why are they needing you? How is it actually worthwhile for them to pay you that? Like, I know for me, the reason why I charge $10,000 for an Instagram reel, even if my reels are not going viral, is because when I think about audience, I think about density. And I think there can be people that have 100,000, 500,000, 2 million, but a lot of that is fluff. It's like passive audience versus, I think if you're a niche creator and you have 5,000 people, but that 5,000 is very dense, you can charge a ton of money, especially if that audience is a high paying audience. So I know when a company comes to me, I'm like, look, I have 100,000 people that follow me. The majority of those people are business minded, have high net worth, or are spending a lot of money, and they're coming to me for very specific business knowledge. It's not like passive where they're just liking something because it's visually appealing, or it's like I'm doing something that is like a meme that they're just like haphazardly clicking on and typing, and that's it. They are coming and they're like, those people that see it, it packs a punch. So I know that a company, when they are spending their money, that $10,000 is worthwhile to come to me versus going and putting it elsewhere. You need to also know that for yourself. The money that I am charging, whether it's $100, $500, $1,000, $50,000, do I know that a brand is going to get real value coming to me with this price point? What are they coming to you for? Why are they needing you? How is it actually worthwhile for them to pay you that? The last thing, how to make a partnership longer or broader. The two things that I think you can do, longer or broader. Longer, can you extend it by making it into a series? I am doing this, like I just said with you with Notion. I have those 3 posts rather than it just being like a one-off thing. When you are thinking about your brand, you want to think long-term. I don't do any partnerships unless it's going to be long-term. The only way when I'm talking to a brand, if they say to me, hey, we really want to collaborate, I'm like, I want this to be something that my audience will know me for, your audience will know me for. I don't want this to just be a one-off campaign. So I rarely work with brands if it's not on like a longer-term campaign. So what I would say for you is, brand comes to you. I would try and pitch them on something that is longer. Can we do a series? Can I make this a little bit more original so that your audience is actually getting real value from it and it becomes like an episodic thing that they can follow along? The second thing that I would say is broader. Can I actually extend this to multiple platforms? Can I do this on my Instagram, my TikTok, my LinkedIn, my Instagram stories, my YouTube? Can I host an event in person? Can I give you research and development? Can I consult on your guys' content? Like, I try to think about, how can I incorporate my newsletter? How can I incorporate everything that I have to offer and help this brand as much as I can? And therefore, I can lengthen or broaden this partnership and make it more of a win-win for both of us, and make it more of like a real collaboration rather than it being like I got 25 brand deals and they're all like one-off and for different platforms. I try to like really have it be like a holistic partnership. So think about that. How do you make it longer or how do you make it broader? That is how I go about all my brand deals. That is exactly how you guys can do it yourself. I really hope that you take this information, go back, write some of these notes, and go out there and execute on this because you guys can. And I will say this, I work on the other side with brands, consulting them on influencer marketing and working with creators. And I am so confident that if you find a creator that has a really engaged audience, that is a leader in their category, there is no better place in the world that you can spend your dollars than paying that creator. So get out there, build your audience, build your community. And I really hope that this was helpful for you guys. If it was, stick around, click subscribe. I'm here for you. Much love. Peace.